Why most young people stay broke, and how Warren Buffett's advice can flip your financial future. If you're in your 20s or 30s, you might be hustling hard, feeling stuck, watching others get ahead while you struggle with bills, debt, or conflicting advice online. I've seen people just like you turn this around with simple, consistent actions, and the same principles that made Buffett wealthy can do the same for you. Here's the truth: wealth isn't about luck, trends, or working harder. It's about habits, mindset, and knowing where to focus your energy. Even small steps, like investing $50 a month, building smart routines, or avoiding debt traps, compound into massive results over time. Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to think, act, and invest like Buffett, turn small actions into lasting wealth, and finally take control of your financial future. No gimmicks, just proven steps you can start today. Most young people think they need a ton of cash to start investing, but that's just not true. Imagine putting $50 into an index fund every month instead of blowing it on fast food or another streaming subscription. That small shift compounds like crazy. Warren Buffett himself said the biggest edge young people have isn't money, it's time. And when you mix time with compounding, you've got a formula that quietly builds wealth behind the scenes. Think of it like the movie Inception. Every layer deeper into the dream made the effect stronger. Compounding works the same way. The longer your money stays invested, the more layers of growth stack on top of each other. $100 invested today could snowball into thousands over decades, all while you sleep. It's not flashy, but it's insanely powerful. Now, here's the kicker: you don't need to be some Wall Street genius to pull this off. Index funds like the S&P 500 are simple, diversified, and have beaten most pro investors over time. Apps like Robinhood or Fidelity let you start with literally a few bucks. It's like leveling up in a video game. You don't need the best gear right away, you just need to start grinding consistently. Picture this: if a 20-year-old invests $100 a month with an 8% return, by 60 they'll have around $350,000. But if they wait until 30 to start, that number drops to about $150,000. That's a $200,000 difference just from starting earlier. It's wild how time multiplies your money habits, but only if you get in the game now. The beauty is, you're not just stacking dollars, you're building confidence. You'll start noticing how easy it becomes to make smarter financial choices once you see your account growing. And here's the exciting part: once you know how to plant money seeds, the next step is learning how not to kill them by overspending when your income rises. It's tempting to upgrade everything the second you start earning more money. New job? Boom, time for a new car, better apartment, and maybe even a vacation you can't really afford. But here's the truth: lifestyle inflation is the silent killer of wealth. Warren Buffett still lives in the same modest Omaha house he bought in 1958, even though he's worth billions. That's not being cheap, that's financial psychology at its smartest. Think of the show Friends. Remember Joey? Every time he made a little money, he'd blow it on flashy stuff like expensive furniture or gadgets, only to end up broke again. That's exactly what happens when you keep spending just because you earn more. Instead of showing off, you want to build assets that keep paying you long-term. The real flex is financial freedom, not a car payment that drains your wallet. Here's a simple trick: whenever your income goes up, pretend it didn't. Keep your expenses steady and redirect the extra cash into investments. Apps like Acorns or Vanguard can make it automatic. You don't have to sacrifice everything either, just cut out the status upgrades that don't really matter. Think of it as buying yourself freedom instead of buying things that get old fast. Let's put numbers on it. Say you earn $4,000 a month and spend $3,900. That leaves you with just $100 for personal finance growth. But if you keep living on $3,000 when your salary jumps, you suddenly free up $1,000 every month. Invest that consistently, and in 20 years, you're sitting on a 7-figure nest egg. That's money habits at work: quiet, steady, life-changing. And the best part? Living below your means builds resilience. You stop chasing the illusion that stuff equals happiness. Instead, you start stacking freedom, options, and peace of mind. And that sets the stage for the most important investment of all, the one that no one can ever take away from you: the investment in yourself. The smartest investment you'll ever make isn't in stocks, real estate, or even crypto, it's in yourself. Buffett always says skills and knowledge pay the best dividends, and he's right. If you upgrade your brain, your earning power goes up forever. That's financial education at its core. Your money mindset shifts when you realize that no one can tax or steal what you've learned. Take Tony Stark from Iron Man as an example. Sure, he had money, but his real wealth came from his genius. He kept learning, building, innovating, and that turned into industries, influence, and legacy. The same principle applies to you. Read books like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, take affordable online courses, or learn high-income skills like copywriting, coding, or digital marketing. These are assets that compound just like money does. The cool thing about investing in yourself is that it creates ripple effects. You don't just make more money, you start building confidence, creativity, and resilience. That's the stuff that sets apart people who just get by from people who thrive. Even spending 30 minutes a day on personal growth habits can completely change your trajectory over time. It's like stacking bricks, you don't see the wall at first, but one day it's towering. Here's something practical. Say you drop $200 on a course that teaches you negotiation. If that skill helps you land a $5,000 raise, that's a 2,400% return. Show me a stock that beats that. And unlike market ups and downs, your upgraded skills stay with you forever. That's financial psychology in action, turning self-growth into real, tangible wealth. And here's the kicker, once you start building yourself, you'll notice something else. Bad money habits like debt start standing out like flashing red lights. It's almost impossible to grow if your finances are bleeding from high-interest bills. Which is why the next step is one Buffett calls a financial cancer, and avoiding it could save your financial future. Credit card debt looks harmless at first, just swipe and worry later. But that later can wreck your personal finance faster than you think. Buffett calls it a financial cancer, and he's not exaggerating. With interest rates over 20%, debt doubles while you sleep. That's why avoiding it is one of the most powerful finance tips you'll ever hear. Think about Breaking Bad, not for the crime stuff, but Walter White's spiral. One bad choice kept snowballing into bigger messes. Credit card debt works the same way. You buy something small, interest kicks in, and suddenly you're drowning. It traps your money mindset in survival mode, and you can't grow wealth when you're just fighting to stay afloat. Here's a practical move. Treat your credit card like cash. If you can't pay it off in full at the end of the month, don't buy it. Simple. Or better, use a debit card or apps like Chime that keep you grounded. Building habits like this isn't about being cheap, it's about keeping your financial psychology clean so you can focus on growing instead of patching leaks. Numbers don't lie. If you carry $5,000 on a card at 22% interest and only pay the minimum, it'll take over 20 years to pay off, and you'll fork out more than double in interest. That's money that could have been invested into index funds, building assets, or funding your dream business. Debt isn't just a payment, it's stolen time. And the most empowering part? Once you eliminate that weight, you feel unstoppable. You've got freedom, clarity, and energy to focus on bigger plays. And when you're no longer bleeding cash on debt, you can start focusing on one of Buffett's favorite principles, staying in your circle of competence. Buffett always says the secret isn't knowing everything, it's knowing your lane and staying in it. That's your circle of competence. In personal finance and investing, trying to play expert in every field usually ends up costing money. Instead, double down on what you actually understand. This simple habit saves you from reckless risks and lets you grow with confidence. Think about The Office. Michael Scott tried to run the company like he knew it all, but half the time his decisions backfired because he had no clue what he was doing. Contrast that with Jim, who focused on sales and relationships, his strength, and he thrived. That's financial psychology in action. Stick to what you're good at, and the results compound. Here's how to apply it. If you understand tech, maybe you research Apple or Microsoft stock. If you know real estate, learn about rental properties in your area. If you're into business, try side hustles that fit your skills. Don't just chase hype like crypto or NFTs if you don't really get it. Building personal finance around what you know keeps you from gambling. Numbers prove this works. Investors who stay within their circle of competence outperform those who chase trends they don't understand. Even index funds, which Buffett recommends, are a way of admitting, I don't know every company, but I know the market grows long term. That's not weakness, it's discipline. And discipline is the backbone of strong money habits. And once you master your own lane, here's the game changer, you'll realize your success isn't just about what you know, but also about who you surround yourself with. Because the wrong people can pull you out of your lane faster than bad investments ever could. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Buffett nails it, surround yourself with ambitious, ethical, and growth-focused people, or risk getting pulled down. Friends shape your mindset, habits, and even financial psychology without you realizing it. Choose wisely, and your circle becomes a launchpad for wealth, not a trap. Think about Stranger Things. Eleven's crew thrived because they leaned on each other's strengths, stayed aligned, and pushed each other forward. Contrast that with characters who acted alone or followed toxic influences, they struggled, fell behind, or made costly mistakes. Life and money work the same way, your social environment can either elevate or drain your energy. Practical move, assess your current friendships. Are your friends inspiring you to learn, invest, and level up your money habits? Or do they celebrate quick spending and distractions? Consider networking events, online communities, or mastermind groups. The more your peers value growth, the more natural it becomes for you to adopt powerful financial behaviors. Let's put it in numbers. A study by the University of California found that having friends with high ambition and financial literacy increases your own financial confidence by 30%. That's huge. It's not just motivation, it's a measurable boost to your mindset and your ability to make smart money moves. And the ultimate win? When your friends elevate you, you start seeing money as a tool for opportunity, not stress. You develop habits that compound like your investments. And that's the perfect segue to the final piece, seeking wisdom beyond just numbers, where money aligns with life purpose and values. Wealth isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about aligning your life with wisdom, values, and long-term purpose. Buffett himself reads constantly, not just for investments but to gain perspective on life. Financial psychology isn't just numbers, it's understanding how choices, habits, and ethics shape real prosperity. Money is a tool, but wisdom keeps it from controlling you. Think about the pursuit of happiness. Chris Gardner struggled with money but never lost sight of his values and determination. That mindset allowed him to survive hardships and eventually build true wealth. Following wisdom beyond just financial gains ensures your journey is sustainable, meaningful, and aligned with your deeper goals. Practical step: study timeless lessons, like Proverbs 13 verse 20, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Surround yourself with mentors and advisors who have both financial acumen and moral grounding. Read biographies of people who built wealth while keeping integrity, like Warren Buffett, and reflect on their principles. The impact is huge. People who pursue wisdom alongside money make fewer costly mistakes, enjoy their wealth longer, and experience less stress. They understand that success isn't a number, it's a lifestyle, mindset, and habit stack that works over decades. That's the kind of financial education that can't be taught in a single course, it's lived. And here's the exciting part: once you integrate wisdom, skills, and the right people into your life, everything else clicks naturally. Your habits, investments, and relationships all start compounding like interest. And this sets up a mindset shift that even young people can use to unlock wealth faster than they ever imagined. By now, you've seen how powerful simple, consistent money habits can be: starting early, living below your means, investing in yourself, avoiding debt, sticking to what you know, and choosing the right people. Remember how overwhelming it felt to compare yourself to others or feel trapped by your finances? Now you know the only path that truly matters is yours. Every small choice you make today compounds into freedom, confidence, and real wealth. If you've been taking notes, it's time to act. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss strategies that can completely shift your money mindset. The journey doesn't stop here. Real transformation comes when you apply what you've learned and keep building momentum every single day. This is about creating habits that stick and generating opportunities that last. And here's something exciting: for those ready to accelerate this process, my program Holistic Health, Nourish your mind, balance your finances, Transform Your Life is designed to teach you exactly how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and maintain mental clarity under financial pressure. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment to access step-by-step strategies that are practical, actionable, and proven. This isn't theory, it's your roadmap to real change. Remember, financial freedom isn't just about making more money, it's about aligning your life, habits, and mindset so wealth works for you, not the other way around. Take control now. Reflect on what you've learned, implement these principles, and watch your financial confidence soar. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. The tools, mindset, and strategies are here. Now it's up to you to use them and start living the life you've been dreaming of.